Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, intro, no!
Oh man, I have to set up the camera again. It's been years. At least it feels like it's been years.
Oh, look at these two saves. Okay, so we lost a couple progress from last time because the game crashed and I didn't save. Anyway. We need to get you a better job!
I mean, right now I've got Sundays off, but I'm using those as, like, cool-down days.
Like, motherfucker, you need a better job! Oh, this is the room that Crow was stuck in. Anyway, it's been literally half a year since we've seen each other because this fool works on weekends!
Right now it's just Saturday I work.
Yeah. That kind of... Oh, I thought I told you the present.
No.
I did not.
The present was an enemy.
I severely didn't.
Listen to my lyrics!
It's our turn to attack.
It's your turn to attack.
Give me more
That's what
joy.
you said.
What?
It's true, isn't it?
It's all from inside.
What stupid shit have you been watching?
Not an option.
That's what she said.
Who is she?
Close.
I gotcha. Oh, you're so
That's
sorry.
her
You're so sorry.
Wait, she's not a she.
That is a fictional character!
Fictional character. Oh, I get it. You're racist against imaginary people.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed between
We just
us.
don't see each other because this idiot doesn't have a job.
Not an option. You are a wuss. Good. Oh,
Anyway, so how's it been doing, you big idiot?
you're so-so.
Let's go.
It's been going.
Here's one.
Boy, what could have possibly happened in the world that we live in before, in between the time we haven't seen each other? What could have possibly...
Well, I got the COVID, and then I survived the COVID. Twitter's dying.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
at least it's falling apart at the very
As it should
seams.
be.
No, it's already been falling apart. It's just been more publicly falling apart. Important distinction.
It's not quite dead yet.
No. It will be soon, though. I should not be here, but I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, that sounds like something you'd do.
Yeah, I skipped the... Did I skip the boss room? No, I did not skip the boss room.
Are you trying to sequence break?
No, this is not sequence breakable. This is just not gonna let me go anywhere.
Well, it's not sequence breakable if you think like that. Come on, let's get out the game, Genie.
The Game Genie on the PS2. The perfect place for a Game Genie.
I know, right? I mean, doesn't it have, like, a port in the back?
So what?
Might be thinking of what was used for, like,
Listen to
hard
my
drives.
lyrics.
Yeah, you might be thinking of something different.
Bring it on.
I will say though, when I was a kid, right?
With me as
Take
one.
this.
The PS2 had this thing called multiplayer, right? And a lot of games could support,
From inside.
like up to 4 players, right?
But you needed multi-tap for that, right?
Yeah. I thought that if you wanted to play multiplayer, because the PS2 has 2 slots
Yeah.
for 2 controllers originally, right? And it also has 2 slots for memory cards. I thought you had to take out the memory card to get the other 2 players.
Oh. How disappointed when you found out that wasn't the case.
I never did because I never got to play with 4 people.
Oh.
So it wasn't until much later where I found out that particular discrepancy.
And how did you feel on that day?
I was like, wow, I was such a dumbass 7 years ago when I was 8.
I mean, you're right, that's excusable.
I know, right? But yeah, well, things are falling apart. There's a fucking war going on again.
Yeah?
China is imploding as we speak, right? And politics.
Lots of politics.
We already watched this, so I'm gonna skip this. But I want to take a tangent to talk about this, why I like this so much in this game, because like, politics in video games, right? Not as in people's views. Okay, how do
How are you gonna phrase this?
the in-game politics, right? So in-game politics is a very not touched upon subject, right? Because it doesn't exist from those games, right? You think of every single Final Fantasy, right? You have a kingdom or an empire, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why, and the politics of those is there is a kingdom, there is an empire. One of them is a bad guy, that's it, right? Or think of like some random Final Fantasy clone or whatever, like, I don't know, fucking... What is that game I'm trying to think of?
Describe it.
It's the one where you play as the Dragonborn guy. And
What?
It's a very old game, first off.
Dragon Quest?
Not Dragon Quest. Oh, I think it was like you're like a descendant of like some people who your party members like a winged harpy and then
What?
Blazing Soul, I think.
Blazing Soul?
I think it's Blazing Soul. Whatever. Something like that. Actually, that doesn't really count because that one has no politics whatsoever. But like something like, I guess Dragon Quest, right? Where like, it's you fight the Demon Lord, right, to restore the status quo, essentially, right? That's like 90% of like JRPGs.
Yeah.
Right. That basic story is conservatives have started like enjoying those things, like talking about enjoying those things, right? Because it's essentially just like restore the status quo type game. That's it, right? That's basically what conservatism is, isn't it? But yeah,
You were playing an RPG the whole time?
yeah.
Damn.
But,
It's a terrible RPG.
But anyway, that was a tangent on my tangent. Jesus Christ, what was I talking about?
Politics?
Yeah. So in-game politics, right? The reason why this
will hurt.
This game
I'll release
does a
my
really
power.
good job about it is because
You're so
directly,
You are a wuss.
directly
Of course.
involved with the world, right? Because you think about what the politics is, right? And you have the Grand Bell, and then you have the whatchamacallit, the Sacred Army, right?
Yeah.
So like, if you describe the Grand Bell and the Sacred Army, right? How would you describe it in simple
You're
terms?
so-so. Good.
Keep the change, Regent.
They're both not the
You're
best.
so-so.
Right, it's very basic, right? It's like, because like the Grand Bell under what's his face? This guy.
Can we be as one?
Not Legolas, that's the guy you're fighting
Yeah,
alongside.
his name Alfman. There we go.
Alfman.
Alfman, right? He's essentially a fascist dictator, right?
I'll release my power.
This will hurt.
You're
And like
so-so.
like right now he's talking about how since the world is falling apart, he's gonna take a couple people and try to redo it, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly it, right? Because it's such an extreme, like it's such an extreme political stance that's directly caused by the events of the world, right?
Yeah.
Because if the world was fine, this we wouldn't be having this.
We wouldn't be having this situation.
Yeah, we wouldn't be in this situation, right? So he sort of has a point in the context of the world, right? Then your friend man, I forget his name again.
You are good. What are you doing?
I've been playing too much rhythm games, you can tell. You can tell. But yeah. And then the Sacred Army is...
Wrap them up.
What is it? You know, it's just a rebellion.
Can we be as one?
And that's all it is, right? There's nothing interesting about it. It's just a rebellion.
Give me more dough!
rebel force against the Grand Bell, right?
Yeah.
Failure is not an option!
And spoiler alert, I guess, their solution for saving the world is
This
to
will hurt.
put everyone in the Dyson
So
sphere. Right?
Keep the change, Cretan.
And then we eventually end up with the third government of the Holy Maidens taking over and solving everyone's problem, right? So the point is that the political forces in this game are incredibly simple, right?
Yeah.
Very basic concepts, but
From inside!
the reason why they are in place, right?
Good.
As well as the reasons why things like it switches from one rule to another rule, right?
Give me more
They're very ingrained with the actual world building, right? Not just the plot, but also the world building,
Yeah.
right? Because you agree, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's very simple, but you're hooked to you're hooked every time it switches sides to whoever's ruling, right? And the reason why each one of them step down is because of certain events that happen within the story, right? But the underlying issue is that the world's falling apart. How do we fix that? And as it turns out, everyone doesn't know the answer. No one knows the right answer. So like, because right now, Alfman's ideas are unpopular, that's why the Sacred Army's taking over, right?
Yeah.
Then when the Sacred Army takes over, they try to do the Dyson Sphere thing, right? Everyone doesn't like that, so they also have to get out, right? That's like, well, I guess we're making progress with this whole Holy Maiden thing. Maybe?
And it turns out that's the one that works.
Yeah. You have to... It's not just that's the one that works. You literally have to go around convincing people that you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Third time's a charm.
You have to convince everyone. Like, you spend a lot of time convincing everyone that what you're doing is the right thing to do. That you have all the right ideas, right? Which is like... just perfect, honestly. Like, no other game really attempts something like that. I feel like. And like I said, these things are very simple concepts, they're also very extreme. Right? Because like, it's not Alvman isn't in power because there was a kingdom and this kingdom has been around for 100 years or anything like that, right? He's in power because he has huge political force, right? He also has the Holy Maiden that he groomed for a while, right? If you remember from Koshin's story.
Yeah.
Right?
I got you. That's it.
So it's clear he put in a lot of work to get to where he was, or where he is in the story.
Can we be
It starts
as
out
one?
Yeah.
and all that, right?
Give me more dough.
And
Now you're fucking around.
yeah. Where was I going with this?
It's over.
What was I trying to think? What was I thinking of saying? Yeah, it's so like, and his
You're so
his
What are you doing?
ruling philosophy is very extreme. Like, it's basically a fascist dictatorship. Like
You're so
he's putting the Raven Tails in jail and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Extreme dictatorship, and it makes sense because the world is falling apart. And why people are okay with this,
Give me more dough.
right?
Failure was not an
Like
option.
first,
You're
like
so
at the beginning, you kind of agree with
voice.
him, and then it turns out, okay, this whole Gaia thing didn't work. so here we are, right? And that's what, and in conclusion, this in-game politics is something a lot of games need to focus a bit more into, because it's so good in this game, and it doesn't exist in other games so much that I want it to exist in other games.
Why don't you make your own game?
I know, right? You can't really, you can't really compete though. Alright, we already watched this before. Just waiting to catch up to where the game crashed.
You could always become a cult classic.
Oh my god. Fuck being a cult classic, man. Dude, the amount of Earthbound likes. We need to do like a review of the whole like Earthbound series. Like, because people have been throwing around like, oh, this game is just like Earthbound, and like, it's a lot of games are like copying one aspect of Earthbound, right? Without understanding that the reason why Earthbound is such a masterpiece is because there's like 15 different things that all work together, right?
Yeah.
You're not Earthbound like because you're absurd, all right? The absurdism in Earthbound makes sense as to why it's happening.
Yeah.
Right? There's fucking aliens.
Yeah.
That's it, right? It ties in with the plot was there's aliens, right? It ties in with the themes where it's like you're a kid and you're facing like things that you probably shouldn't.
You're facing things beyond your comprehension.
Yeah, beyond comprehension and things that you might not yet. Hey.
Yeah, there you are.
Hey. Oh, happy birthday.
Hey,
yeah.
Christmas.
Grimace.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This was a terrible time to come in.
No, don't worry. We're actually just catching up to a place before the game fucking crashed.
Ah yes, random talks have returned.
Yeah, it's been a rough half a year. My man, we need to get you a job after this. I swear to God.
I have a job.
No, I'm talking about a kid.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, Earthbound is a masterpiece, right? People who try to copy Earthbound without understanding why. Is very hollow. I think, like, a lot of people like Amori. I really do not like Amori.
Or that weird one with the lies.
Which one with the lies? I never heard that one.
Why something or other? The one with the record as the weapon.
Oh, Y2K. That's what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Y2K. Okay, that one was just a failure on all accounts.
Yeah.
But I guess that falls in line with the whole Earthbound likes. But yeah, like, I know a lot of people like Amori, and this is a very unpopular opinion, but like, a lot of things that happen in Amori do not tie together, right? Because like, the whole point of Amori is that the main character is depressed because he and another dude were trying to cover up why someone's mom died.
I think it was their sister.
Yeah, the sister died.
It was the main character's older sister who they pushed down the stairs.
Yeah. Okay. So they have a
Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah. So the whole point of that game is that the main character and another dude have guilt over covering up why
their minds are just fucking broken.
Yeah. So the main character has depression, right? And it's hinted, there's a lot of theming going around where it's like suicidal, right?
Yeah.
But his actual actions in real life that you do, because the game also has in real life sequences, does not reflect any of that.
He takes out a fucking knife and stabs his friend.
Yeah, he like you choose to go outside. And when you do, you advance the plot, right? If you choose to stay home, you stay home and like do the dishes or something, right? He's not doing anything that suggests he's suicidal except in the dream sequences where he stabs himself with a knife for some reason, right?
And doesn't he actually end up doing the suicide at some point if it's too far gone?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Okay, so he does. If he just stays home.
And also there's a case where he can just jump out the hospital.
Okay. Then I'll take that point back, right? The other points of the absurdism in that game, like, I know you have, there's like a secret boss where you fight the Earth. And
do secret bosses even make sense anymore these days?
Nope.
No.
They never did really to begin with.
Like the whole dream sequence part just doesn't make sense because like they have the guilt, right? They have the secret black monster for intrigue, right?
Isn't that them sort of trying to just completely repress it, though?
Yeah, that represents the repression of what they're doing, right? The other events do not make sense. Why is emotion such a thing when you're battling, right? Like, what does being happy or sad or angry mean in the bigger context of the theme?
Wasn't the idea that, like, Omori had just, like, the guy had essentially just shut off all his feelings?
Do I need to reintroduce myself because it's been so long?
No, we didn't introduce ourselves either. It's fine.
It works for me.
We're just some guys playing video games and talking about the world.
A random trio.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Works for me.
Okay. Like,
I'm just the modfall porting guy.
like the motion thing, I feel like doesn't tie in with the context of the whole theming. Like the repressing your feelings thing, I just don't see it.
Oh no, it's Japanese.
Oh, no. Close shot.
Oh yeah, this did have a questionable localization, didn't it?
Yeah, you can't put people.
Ah yes, join my group and then we can activate a giant satellite and destroy shit.
Yep.
If you're wondering why I'm so muffled, it's because I'm wearing a mask. I got a bit of an itchy throat and I don't want to contaminate.
Yay, synthesis. I
Synthesis.
think I skipped this last time. I think I'm still gonna skip it.
Basic compound. Who are you to judge it?
I'm counting on you during the synthesis, Spica. If you're counting on me, that makes you feel good. Hold your hand through every step of you. Skip that one.
Just a simple plank of wood. Who are you to judge?
I want a whole bucket full. Oh, nope. She doesn't sell things, I forgot. But yeah, like, the emotions doesn't tie in that well, and the absurdism doesn't tie in at all. I feel like.
You could probably excuse the absurdism with the fact that it's just dream logic being dream logic.
Yeah, but it's like, it doesn't fit in with the theme of the game. You know? The theming isn't strong, is what I'm trying to say, right? Earthbound's theming is strong, right? Them aliens, them shit's going cray, yo. Right? Like, messed up shit happens in Earthbound just as it does in real life. It's what they call a parody, you know? Amori's
Art's subjective.
yeah, Amori's absurdum is very weak. Is what it is. That's just gonna be my point. All right, and that's why I don't like it very much, if at all. Y2K on the other hand is a dumpster fire.
I've only heard bad things about
yeah,
Y2K.
it is like okay, so Y2K as a game is a awful to play, right? So I'm going to ignore that. It's an absolute pain to play, alright?
Are you gonna have us play just to demonstrate?
No, it is so awful. I cannot just. I'm playing the goddamn funny Mimana thing, right?
Yeah.
That shit I can play and show to everyone. Y2K, you cannot play it. It just does not function as a game. It's so awful, right? It's pretty bad is what I'm trying to say. They did a GDQ of it once just to rub it in, I guess. But
Oh no.
I don't know why they did an AGDQ on it. I don't watch AGDQ anymore.
But was it part of like an awful games block?
Probably.
Because I know that's sometimes a thing they do.
Yeah. I feel the thing is like awful games done quick. If the game's not like 50 years old or something, like I get it. I get it if it's like making fun of like a bigger company or of a game's 50-year-old, but like making fun of Y2K is just rubbing salt in the wound at that point. I feel like.
Yeah, it's low hanging.
It's like it's not funny to laugh at it. It's just that bad.
It's our turn to attack.
You know, I show off things because they're bad and interesting.
So like
right?
it's not funny bad, it's just painful bad.
It's just
I'll get you around.
right? Because I show like the type of games I showcase that are just awful, right? They're bad.
Not an option.
They're bad and interesting, right?
Good.
And like, it's all.
Good.
It's like it's not just the. It's not just bad and interesting. It's also like our reactions, right?
Yeah.
I play much more awful games, right? I don't showcase all of the games I play because it's not. It's like our reactions to it aren't interesting. Aren't going to be interesting,
Of course.
right?
Good.
So like, for example, there's a game people like. It's like called Pablo Croy or something like that.
Huh? Pablo what?
Pablo Croy or something. It's a very dumb name, right? People play that game. I played it, right? And I dropped it after like
What are you doing?
30 minutes.
What kind of game is it?
It's an RPG.
An RPG?
Yeah, it's like a. It's an RPG where it's like, how do I put it? Whenever you enter battle, right?
Yeah.
You basically fight in the overworld.
Okay, so it's
Right.
like Secret of Mana?
Secret of Mana mixed with Fire.
Feel it on your butt.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That sounds really
Because the
weird.
battlefields are all tiles, basically, right?
Okay.
So this is where the Fire Emblem comes from, right?
You're so
Right, so
So it's a tactical RPG?
tactical.
Kind of reminds
Yeah,
me
sort
of
of.
those old school dungeon crawlers where everyone takes a turn.
Yeah, it's basic. Yeah, it's basically just Fire Emblem and with Mana, with Secret of Mana, right? So the reason why I dropped it after 30 minutes is because the game has no
As it should be.
randomized encounters. It has you get an encounter every 15 steps and every time,
Oh.
right? We also don't give you a map.
Oh. So you just have to...
We also don't give you an objective to go to.
What?
It's basic.
So you're just wandering aimlessly?
It's you have like a grand objective, of course, but like
You're essentially
after you-
wandering aimlessly.
Yeah, after you leave the castle, right? They don't tell you. Maybe go this way. You know, they just strictly don't give you that. So I just got lost. Then I entered a cannon, got blasted into a cave that I don't know where the entrance or exit is from, and then I just dropped the game because I ran into an encounter after 15 steps. It was bad, right? That's not interesting. That's just pain, right? So I'm not gonna show Pablo Croy. That's it, right? That's that story, right? Mimani ER Chronicle, right? I can showcase so many things. I can showcase how awful everything is,
Wait,
and then you can feel it.
Wait, you can hear the cringing from both of us?
You can feel every fiber of our being just being slowly
The
destroyed.
crinkling of my soul is audible.
Pretty much.
It's an entertaining kind of. It's an entertaining to watch kind of bad. It's a train wreck in slow motion. Right. And our suffering goes into what makes a bad game great. You know?
So... We consider TMS to be a bad game, right?
Yes.
Where would you feel that goes on the scale of painful bad to the usual bad that you would show?
Okay, so personally, I wouldn't have shown TMS, but that's mostly because I'm not interested in that like genre.
Yeah.
Like plot.
Yeah,
Not the game, just
Yeah,
plot.
yeah,
Right? 'Cause
Like,
the plot-
genre aside.
Yeah, genre aside, the plot sucks. The things that happen in the game just are not interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you look at
And then the
Pokemon.
game's and then the game is just boring as hell.
I mean, look at Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Sure, it glitches out a whole bunch, but its story, characters, and gameplay are interesting.
Yeah, that's
so
the
it makes
thing.
up for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I've been playing a lot of Scarlet.
Same here.
I've been
I
playing
have
way too
played
much.
nothing.
I have been playing way too much.
Caveman
filler.
brain strong.
Right?
It's
Just like
overflowing from inside.
the stuff that makes the game bad, the glitches and the performance, right, don't really take away from the core of it being just like going around and getting lost, right? Because that's always going to be enjoyable. And then you just see Pokemon all over the place. It feels like a lived-in world, even though the Pokemon show up in a very
interesting way.
No, not. They're just scattered around. That's it. It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't feel like
peppered.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't feel like they actually live in that habitat, and rather they just place them on there to place them on.
Yeah.
I wonder, do you think we'd actually end up playing a Pokemon game as a Let's Play at some point?
I doubt it.
Nah?
I sincerely
Unless it
doubt
was
it.
a Nuzlocke.
Oh god.
Yeah, there's no. The Pokemon game just has to be interesting in order for us to play it. You know, because the way I play Pokemon is, okay, we're gonna do a Trigger Conroy style where we're gonna list every single Pokemon that exists in the game, show off all their base stats and what they can do, and like, right, that's not interesting.
I have Pokemon Coliseum. That might be a good one to do.
That could work.
I think we do have a Wii.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pokemon you have are limited, the amount of battles are limited.
History books became illegal! No, no! Yeah.
The animations are actually top-notch. Jigglypuff literally deflates when it faints.
Oh.
Yeah, the animation is staying on what really brings it up. Everything else about it is kind of whatever, but the animation carried the game by a
Also,
lot.
it was the first Pokemon game that lets you steal other people's Pokemon.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, I could imagine that being a highlight.
Yeah, it felt so satisfying because when I was little, I was like, hey, I want that! But it was a trainer battle, so when I threw a Pokemon, it bounced off. I'm like, why? This was very little old kid version me.
Hit the tower.
Tower.
Oh yeah, there's a tower in this game. It's almost like the game is called The Tower or something.
But yeah, that was in Fire Red and Leaf Green. And back then, they didn't tell you that sort of thing for trainer battles, so it counted as your turn.
There is an NPC that does mention it though.
I didn't talk to him because I was a little kid. I didn't like talking to people.
Exactly. It was a trainer right that actually tells you can't steal Pokemon.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah. Can't mansion. There's no cats and it's not a mansion.
What a lie.
What are you talking about?
Scam!
What are you talking about? Cats are super elusive. Of course, this is perfect.
This is the big scam.
Conductor activator. Pollinator doing the same character. Basement. I don't know, we just gotta find Jackaroo.
So wait, we're doing the which run again?
Oh, Luca.
Yeah, this is the route.
What was it?
Well, we already did the Plush route in the original playthrough.
Yeah,
Push round was nice.
bad video games, right? Bad video. Okay, so yeah, basically, I haven't been actually playing a lot of video game stuff, but I've been mostly playing Splatoon.
Splatoon 3?
Yeah.
How's that been going for you?
I played way too much of it. I'm in S+2 right now. I just got the game when it released, and it's my first Splatoon.
It honestly reminds me a lot of TF2 with its emphasis on shooter hat trainer.
Yeah. Oh, hat simulator. That's what
Yes.
you're talking about.
Hat simulator.
Simulator.
Simulator with guns.
Yeah. Okay. You almost lost me then, but I picked up what you were putting down.
Yeah. I know it's a little slippery, but I'm glad he caught it. Freaking hats, man.
Yeah, I like Splatoon a lot. Somehow it won like a Game Award at the Game Awards show.
Let's face it, if Valve ever made real-life versions of the hats from TF2, they would make a fortune.
The hats in TF2 are just real hats.
I didn't even...
What do you mean?
I
It'd
didn't
be like
even
the
watch the
one
Game
crazy
Awards.
looking one.
No one watches the Game Awards.
All I know of the Game Awards is that some kid came up at the end and
Oh yeah, that.
Bill put, and that's like the only thing I really know.
Oh.
I forgot about.
so-so.
like scarily bad
I
security.
don't look at the Game Awards.
Good.
Counter, wrap them up.
Yeah, no one watches the Game Awards. Only sycophants watch the Game Awards.
The fuck is a sycophant?
Sycophant.
Give me more
What's the sycophant?
That's a psycho.
Not an option.
Sycophant. Sycophant?
Huh?
S-Y-K-A-P-H-A-N-T.
You are a wuss.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Counter, wrap them up.
You're saying words that make no sense. Please translate.
Sycophant.
I don't know what that is!
You have a phone? You look it up. I don't know
I
definitions either.
am not cultured enough to get this joke.
Well, you know what? That's why I'm looking it up right now.
It's not a joke, I'm just saying the word sycophant.
Spell it?
S-Y-C-A-P-H-A-N-T.
S-Y-C-A? P-H-A-N?
No, I think it's S-Y-C-H-O fan.
Curse you in your archaic vocationary.
So, S-Y-C-H-O-F-A-N?
Yeah. F-A-N-T.
Like elephant?
Yes. Exactly. Is my equipment even good? I didn't do anything for equipment.
Yeah, girl power.
Hers is ready. Yours is ready. You're not the person. You don't exist.
Did you mean P-S-Y-A-C-H-O?
What?
Like, psycho?
No, that's a psycho. That's sicko. So it's either S-Y-C-A or S-Y-C-H-O. Okay, now I'm getting. Okay, let's just drop this. The vocabulary is not much strong point.
Psychophant.
Yeah. Okay, S-Y-C-O fans there.
Someone who lavishes compliments and praise to gain favor and cover up for, okay.
You see?
That kind of
Oh,
asshole.
like a
Yeah,
narcissist.
not a narcissist, just a kiss ass.
Oh, worse.
Yeah, that kind of asshole.
Yeah, that asshole.
The brown nosers.
Listen to my lyrics.
Oh yeah, that asshole. I bet none of you probably know where that's from.
I don't know where that's from.
That's probably a good thing.
For the best, you don't need to elaborate
It's
further.
overflowing.
I will though.
Of course you would. You would.
I would though.
You would pull some horse piss like that.
Yeah. There's like, I don't know how I stumbled upon.
Was that a Big Top Burger reference?
No, it's where I got that from is
No, what he said.
Yeah, he was saying that to me.
Okay,
Yes,
that
yes,
so like, don't ask how I got here, but when I was a kid, I somehow watched like a playthrough of like Leisure Suit Larry. Jesus Christ,
That's
That's effed up!
that's quite a thing to stumble upon as a kid.
Yeah, basically,
Tread carefully. Tread
So
carefully.
you know how everyone's talking about all those kids watching Pregnant Elsa, whatever, and because of lax parenting. Maybe take a look at some of that. Your kids will stumble upon whatever the crap on YouTube if you just let it play.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as Newgrounds before they added the adult filter.
Anyway, so I watched a playthrough of Leisure Suit Larry Magnum Cum Laude. Oh god! Which is probably a pun of something.
Yeah, probably. I'd believe it.
Well, I know what Magnum Cum Laude means, but
I don't even want to know.
with
No!
Grand Prix.
Wrap them up.
Okay.
Magna means a lot. Cum means with, and Laude is so.
Some colleges use that, I think.
Yeah, it's when you have
As it should be.
it's for when you get like bachelor's degrees and you do yeah.
I got one of those, but I don't remember which cum laude it was.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's many cum laudes.
Yeah.
Whatever. Come anyway. I said it. There you go.
Thanks.
Wait, why is there just an umbrella love thing.
Ow.
I don't know. Anyway, so in that game, there's like a in-game TV show,
Okay.
and the whole bit of that TV show is that it's like a family sitcom.
Okay.
Right? It's shot like a Zoom meeting. It's like people like you just have portraits of people like standing around talking to each other, and then it like cuts to another person who's standing and talking to the person, right? But the whole bit is that at the end of every instance, one of the family members in the sitcom goes saying, "Oh yeah, badass," right? And that's the whole joke. But like everyone in the whole family, like one person in the family ends it off, right? So it could be the daughter or the son saying it.
But basically, it's like the closing sentence.
Yeah. Oh yeah! Badass!
Sitcom and catchphrase.
You're so.
Anyway, and because I was a fucking kid watching
It
Let's Just
essentially-
Shoot Larry Magnum Cum Laude.
Essentially imprinted on you.
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand a lot more about you.
Can we be as one?
Well, that's why you're so messed up.
Sadly, I can relate.
You're so
Damn.
At the time I was very confused as to why the video would cut into I'm one of those dead dudes. At the time I was very confused. Now I'm not confused at all.
Receive.
I'm so sorry
Anyway.
that you had a new deal.
At the time, I forgot about I didn't know what the name of the game was until what 4 years ago.
Put this safe search on all your computers, parents. You never know what your kids are looking at.
This was on YouTube, so there's no chance.
Yeah, YouTube is a mess.
It's still a mess.
Yep.
Freaking yoga videos.
It's still a mess.
Yep.
Ugh.
I'm severely undergeared, actually.
Yeah.
And whose fault is that?
Yes.
Understandable.
Ah, yes. The cursed individual. Yes.
Yes. What were we talking about? Again?
Yodeling Eskimo spy.
I think we were talking about bad video games, and then Earthbound, and we got lost. We got severely lost.
We suffered the
that's
magic
my
of random
fault.
talks, which is where we went off the trail and now we're stuck in a tree.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to do the Earthbound review of everything, the whole thing. Oh right, because I was playing Mother 1. I played the original Mother.
Oh yeah, that's on the Switch.
But is it a Nintendo Online thing, or is it something I just get in the
Nintendo
eShop?
Online.
Yeah, it's Nintendo Online.
Well, luckily I'm in someone's family plan.
Hey.
Same.
I think.
You're so. What are you doing?
So in theory, we could play through Mother 1.
We don't have to.
I played through Earthbound.
I will say it straight up, we do not have to.
And guess
play
what?
Mother 1.
What if we do it anyways?
Unlike you,
Pain.
I got the King Sword.
I don't know. Actually, I don't enjoy the game that much. So I can see why it was popular back then.
Wouldn't that be the point of doing a retrospective?
It would be a retrospective. I'd rather do a retrospective of 3.
Of course you would!
I know I would.
If only it was brought over.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happening.
That's it.
I always thought they could do something similar to Link's Awakening, but instead of like little wooden dolls, it could be like.
Oh, you think they'd sort of reference Earthbound 64, was it?
Yeah.
That'd be neat, but I don't think they'll ever do it.
Yeah, I
It's a
know.
cutscene battle, right? I don't remember if this is a cutscene
I mean,
battle.
they proved they could do it in Kirby and the Rainbow Curse with the slowing down, and so it looked like claymation. So they clearly have the technology.
Wait, is this a boss? I thought this was supposed to be a cutscene battle.
Now you're coming around.
Is it a cutscene battle? I don't remember.
How much health does it have?
Well, it's been 4 turns already, so.
Damn, the head that it is built different.
Because we already fought this boss. Got it.
Good.
How much health does it have left?
Counter, wrap them
Let's
up.
see when I press a button.
Penetrate the edge of judgment.
Okay.
No, it's pretty close to that.
Yeah, whatever.
Ah yes, the legendary ability. Penetration.
Shattering.
Yeah.
Is it dead? It's dead, okay. Nice boss fight. That we already fought.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Amazing.
As it should be.
Yeah.
I would love to play Mother 3.
It would be fun.
It would be fun. It didn't work? Exactly. The world doesn't make things very... this world doesn't make things very easy, does it?
True.
Give back Lucas Heart of Gaia! Here you go.
Okay.
Just hands it back.
I give up.
Refuses to elaborate.
Old but
leaves.
gold. Old but gold.
Yeah.
What?
So, how would we go about actually playing Mother 3 in this case? Would we just use the computer?
Probably just the computer.
Yeah.
I mean, I have an emulator on the PSP as well, but...
I could probably set it up on the Wii or the Wii U. if
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
so desired.
Computer's probably easiest. The only issue is that there's no way in hell we're ever going to hit any of the rhythm combos.
Yeah.
Hmm.
While you were gone, I was playing a lot of SNES games.
Yeah, I heard.
The Torment.
Yeah.
Why Mystic Ninja? Why Mystic
Yeah.
He
Why-
played that too!
He beat the game.
Oh, nice. I only beat the first boss.
What the fuck is happening? Also, I decided to cheat and use save states in order to get enough money to win the rest of the game.
Boo!
And it gives you the tools.
Well, it's certainly better than the amusement park stage. I literally spent like 200 in-game currency on Breakout. I didn't get any reward.
The game is a lot.
Yeah, I heard. The mystical Goemon, Ninja Goemon games are all just yes.
The 64 ones are even crazier with the giant mecha.
So what now?
You would need to see it to understand.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
Okay.
Yeah. I still don't know if there's a game that I've been sitting on for a long time.
Yeah.
That I want to show it. I think I talked to. I know I talked to you guys about it before.
I've probably long since forgotten.
The Key of Heaven game.
Yeah.
Heaven game. What platform was it? PSP?
PSP, yeah.
Let's see.
Would it be one you'd be playing on an actual PSP, or would it be using the PC?
I'll play on actual PSP. I'll put it in my PSP.
Okay, let me think. I resolved most of the characters' plots in Chrono Trigger, but I still need to beat the Black Omen.
Yeah, you still gotta go through that.
Okay.
I beat the Secret of Mana. I
Yeah.
beat Super Metroid 100% with the worst possible time.
Yeah.
So I only got onto the lower face reveal.
Rip.
I don't think I've ever seen the other stages other than like what speedrunners get.
Well, now you know what the worst
Now I
one
know.
looks like.
I remember
Just a
when
smile and a thumbs up. That's all
Yeah.
you get.
I remember when I grinded Wario Land 4 just to see all the princess endings.
Oh, that reminds me. I have the emulator for Wario World, so I plan on doing that.
Oh.
Also, Custom Robo.
Meh. Custom Robo is just a meme. Oh, I don't know.
It's a fucking hard-ass game.
Oh, I need to save Luca. I forgot I need to go save Luca.
Trust me, that's how I feel.
Hold up.
Trust me, that's how I feel in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet all the time. I'm just like, I'm leveling up Pokemon. It's like, I need to finish the gyms. I still have 2 gyms left. I haven't even gotten to the rematches yet.
I beat all of that.
Show off.
I mean, You are the kind of person who would be a show off.
I mean, I finally just got all the stakes for the ruinous sword.
Not just. I already did that too.
Yeah, of course you would.
Of course you did.
You would do that.
You don't need to rub your successes in our faces.
I already have all the mons except for the version exclusive.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Oh, I already have some of the version exclusives.
I have some of them too.
I also have a Charmander.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah, so you got it from the raid, didn't you?
No, I got it from Surprise Trade.
Same here. It's basically the Wonder Trade thing where it's like you just put your thing up for adoption and it gets randomly swapped in the night with someone else's. It's like a surprise adoption. Put your kid up for adoption, someone puts their kid up for adoption, and then randomly your kid becomes their kid and their kid becomes your kid.
Oh, Jack was in a party. You know what that means?
No, I don't.
As it should be.
Oh. Ah, yes. The dance moves have returned.
Animations.
Yay!
Oh, it's been forever. I've been Christmas shopping so much.
Yeah. Anyway.
That reminds me, I have to pick up an order afterwards.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, Splatoon 3, love it. Great.
Yeah, you've heard great things from my brother about it too.
There's networking god awful.
Yeah,
Latency
I
shit.
mean,
of course.
is Nintendo ever good at doing anything network related?
no.
They hire no types of people.
Bring it on!
Too bad Sony's bigger than them. Maybe Sony should just buy out Nintendo. Where could that
Oh,
possibly, could
that.
that possibly go?
I do not need Kratos going around and killing Nintendo characters.
Yes, we need more video game monopolies.
Yes. Speaking of video game monopolies, you heard what's going on with Microsoft?
No.
Something about Activision.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the story is, it's midnight. Fuck. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? What? Hey, what's the hell you're doing? I don't know what it is. Do you really like it? That's an imitation girl called Kokugo, don't you know? Oh yeah, thanks for telling me. No. I like this one better. Oh god.
Oh boy.
I loved it. So yeah, Microsoft is trying to buy out Activision Blizzard.
Didn't they already do that?
Uh,
I could have sworn they did.
So
I don't think they have.
What does happen if you get all the conversations?
You just get all the conversations.
It's just like a punch card.
Yeah,
Ah.
I'll leave it to you. But yeah, so they're buying out Activision Blizzard, right?
Mhm.
But Congress stepped in and said, "Hey, we're probably gonna block this because this acquisition is too big, right?
Okay.
It might cause a monopoly, right? So now it's a Microsoft versus Sony situation where because of course Call of Duty is on both platforms, right?
Yeah.
So Sony is trying to make the argument that hey, you shouldn't buy it because you get the monopoly, right?
Yeah.
Well, right. So you should keep it active so that we can have COD on all platforms, right? But that's not good but that doesn't look good on the share for Sony shareholders because they basically said if Call of Duty is my Xbox exclusive, then you should throw away your PS5 because there's no reason to buy it. So,
I don't even have a PS5.
I don't either.
right.
I didn't ask
So
for one.
There wasn't a
And
point.
then
to it.
Microsoft is saying like, we have our new Game Pass thing coming out, right? It's gonna revolutionize gaming forever. But it's shit, right? There's no way it could possibly beat out Sony. So we need COD in order to so we need Call of Duty in order to make this Game Pass look good, right? So they're saying a bunch of things to convince Congress that they need the acquisition, and they need to say a bunch of things to make sure that the shareholders don't think that their product is bad. So there's this sweet, funny situation. It's hilarious.
That sounds so stupid.
They're basically saying like, "Wow," and it's like, "Oh yeah, it's fine if we get Call of Duty because Call of Duty hasn't been doing well at all. It's been rated so terribly all the time. No one likes it, right? So if we buy out this company, it's going to be it's not going to be a monopoly. But we also need it for Game Pass because it is.
This feels like an Ace Attorney trial or something.
It's so.
I'm just waiting
Spot the
for Nintendo to
contradiction.
come in and just steal it from both of them.
It's so funny.
It's like, yeah, it's just so ridiculous.
All right, we need to. Sorry, we need to interrupt Luca's depression.
The gaming world
This
is
again?
the world of gaming is far too competitive.
It's a bunch of fuck.
Yeah.
It's only like the largest entertainment industry at all ever.
Yeah.